An exit plan. That is exactly what you need so that you're not feeling as if starting your microschool or your homeschool hybrid feels like a daunting task. You want to be liberated. You want to know exactly what to do, when to start, but how do I actually let go of what I'm doing? How do I tell my job? How do I tell my family? How do I tell my friends? When do I say it? When do I let go? When do I start advertising? How do I bridge the two? How do I actually start building my school, my dream school, yet still be working where I'm at right now? How do I make this transition? What should I do? And the answers today are inside this podcast. So get out your pen and paper, because today is the day that you're going to get unstuck and you are going to come up with a master plan for how to get unstuck and take the big scary out of this incredible opportunity of starting your dream school.
Welcome, teacher, to the Let Your Light Shine podcast. If you're searching for the freedom and permission to design the life you love as a teacher, you're in the right place. I'm on a mission to help teachers just like you build their own dream school or homeschooling business. In this present day, the world needs you, teacher friend, to step out in faith and give students an education they love and so deserve. In this podcast, I will teach you how to start a fulfilling and profitable homeschooling business that lights you up. I'm Mackenzie Oliver, former elementary teacher and instructional coach, gone homeschool teacher and business builder. I'm here to empower you to step outside the classroom and choose the experiences, the curriculum, and all the moments that put a smile on your face and your students. Does it seem like a dream? Well, it did to me, until God opened the doors and made it reality. Together, we are breaking through fears and moving the crowd. So get out your notebook, sharpen your pencil. It's time to get your teach on.
Today is your day, no matter when you are listening to this podcast episode. Right now, it's being aired in November, but if you're listening to this in February or March, I'm going to give you the same piece of advice. These are the 5 ways that you can start making an exit plan, no matter what time of the year it is. You've got to have these 5 important foundations in place as you are transitioning from where you currently are into starting your business, okay? So you absolutely promise me that if you're driving in your car or you're getting ready in the morning, I'm sure you're not just sitting at the table with a piece of paper and a pen. Who does that while they're listening to a podcast? You're listening to this because it's convenient. You need to jot this down in your phone. You need to put this on a piece of paper. You need to put it in your planner, because these are very actionable steps, my friends. Actionable steps. I know what it feels like to be in limbo. I know what it feels like to not know what to do or when to do it. It is a paralyzing feeling. I also know what it feels like to be absolutely incredibly inspired and excited and feel like you're all over the place. And you keep talking about it and keep talking about it and keep talking about it, but you never actually do anything about it. So we fall in between both of these scenarios. We flip-flop between both of them. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I'm scared. I don't know how to make this happen. I don't know when to tell people. What if people say something to me? What if I don't do it? What if it doesn't work? What if it fails? Or, I'm so excited. I can't wait to make this happen. I'm going to tell everybody. I can't wait to close the door behind me and start a new chapter in my life. And I can't wait to build this school and da-da-da-da. But then you feel like, whoa, I really don't have any idea of how I'm actually going to make this happen. I've been through both of them. And I can tell you that at the core of each of these feelings, we have to come back to the table and we have to make a sound, solid plan. And a lot of times we don't want to make a plan because it either feels too stifling, or it makes us be held accountable, or it causes us anxiety because we don't know exactly what to put down on the calendar or on the paper. I know how bad this feels, but I also know what it feels like to be on the other side. So let's go through all 5. These are very important, and I hope that you're going to be a good student right now and remember to implement these, write them down somewhere, and let's get started on it. You cannot just take this advice and be like, yeah, that was really good. And okay, I'm going to just keep doing what I'm doing. No. Promise me the non-negotiable will be that you write this down and you do what I'm telling you to do. All right, number 1. When it comes to making an exit plan, number 1 has a few little bullets underneath it. You have to make a decision. That's number 1. You have to make a decision. You have to be honest with yourself and others, and you have to stop living by the spirit of fear. It's a spirit that's causing you to go, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to say anything because I'm afraid if I say something, then people are going to treat me differently or they're going to look at me oddly. And all it's doing is it's wasting your time. You cannot get the message out that you're going to do this thing because you're so afraid of what's going to happen or if it doesn't happen. Let's say you tell someone, I'm going to start a school and I'm going to start in the summertime. I'm going to have a summer camp. I'm going to start some tutoring to build up my clientele. I'm going to start in August, Lord willing. Okay? Just put that out there. God willing that I'm able to do this. I've got a plan. I'm putting it in God's hands, but this is where I feel led to go. And let's say something happens and it doesn't work out. It's okay. A lot of times we won't even start because we're afraid it's actually not going to work out. It's okay. At least you know, well, I've already put it out into the air. Even if it doesn't happen in August, then I'll do it again. And everybody at least knows that I'm thinking about it. Or you put it out into the world that you're going to do it, and then for some reason you lose your job. Because then we think about that. Oh my God, let's say they fire me because they know I'm going to leave and they know I'm going to start school, so they fire me. Great. Congratulations. Now you can get started even earlier. Seriously. Guys, we have to surrender to the call. We have to make the decision that we're going to walk in obedience to what has been put on our heart. We're wasting time by not making a decision and not being true to ourselves and not being true to the people around us. You can start telling people now so that by the time February, March rolls around, you've at least got 3 months ahead of yourself to have worked on your business bundle, to have received coaching, to have put your Facebook page together, to have started working on your website, to have begun tutoring students, planning a summer camp, planning your ideas, starting a Facebook group with people who may be interested, letting people at soccer and volleyball and track know. You're wasting time by not making a decision because you're fearful of fill in the blank. You cannot be wishy-washy. God says a double-minded man is twisted in all of his ways. And I know that I have definitely felt this before in my life, wishy-washy. But what about this? No, I want to do this, and I don't know about that. Oh my gosh. I have been in an abusive relationship with my mind. Have you? Where you go, wow, I have literally let my mind beat me up. I have let my mind take control of all of the what ifs and what about that. We have got to stop being wishy-washy, and we do this by making a decision, and we do this by declaring a D-Day. And I've talked about this on another episode before. A D-Day is the day that you go in, you decide that you're going to tell the people that you're making a change. The D-Day. And you need to go right now and say, January 2nd is my D-Day. November 14th is my D-Day. February 15th is my D-Day. Just make the D-Day on the calendar. It's my decision day. It's my done day. I'm done. I'm ready to go. I'm putting this behind me. I'm ready to close the book. But the problem is you may not be ready to close the book. So you have to make a decision to close the book. I can't tell you how many times I've sat in my rocking chair and fought with myself. Am I going to go on a run this morning? Am I not going to go on the run this morning? I think if I just keep reading this book, then I'll be okay. But then I'll regret if I don't go on a run this morning, because then I'm not going to feel as good and I'm not going to feel energized. But I just want to keep reading the book because I'm so comfortable and I'm cozy and I'm warm and I'm drinking my coffee. And then I spent 30 minutes wrestling with myself when I could have just closed the book and did what I needed to do. And I tell you this with compassion, because I know that it's difficult. So You have to be able to write a D-Day. This is when I'm deciding to tell everybody. This is what I'm deciding to tell my admin. This is what I'm telling my parents. This is what I'm telling my friends. This is what I'm doing. It's a D-Day. I'm done. Or a D-Day, I'm deciding. I'm going to buy the business bundle. I'm deciding I'm going to get the coaching. I'm deciding I'm going to buy the website. I'm deciding that I'm going to start the Facebook group. Start making D-Days all over your calendar. The most important thing that you need to do is the D-Day of when you're going to cut the rope. Put it on there, and then you can be like, okay, I've got 9 days left until I do it. But at least it's on your calendar, and you tell somebody so that you're held accountable. I think that's a big piece too. I work with my coaching clients on this. I'll follow up with them. Did you do what you said you were going to do? And they're like, I did it. I'm so glad I did it, but that was so hard. Or that was a piece of cake. Either way, having someone who's holding you accountable. So number 1 is D-Day on your calendar. Number 2, we got to find our who's down in Whoville, baby. We've got to stop holding back. We've got to stop being fearful that it won't work and what people will say. I have found that the greatest way to find my who's are to open my mouth and let somebody know that I need help. I have had the pleasure and the absolute blessing of being able to invest in myself and invest in coaching over the past several years, even when I didn't think I could financially afford it, which that's going to be the next episode that you're going to hear on Friday after this episode is financial lessons that I've learned. I'm going to talk to you about things that I've learned financially, but this is a big one, is that I have been able to advance myself personally, like in my personal life, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, because I've invested not just on $15 books, my friends. I've invested money, time, energy, relationships in an effort to get where I'm going. And it was scary. Some I've paid a lot more money than what I should have. Some I have been able to not pay anybody. But I can tell you that the moments that I have paid for somebody to help me, I've gotten the results. Just like you go pay for the doctor's visit, you get the results. You pay for your nails to get done, you get the results. You pay for the restaurant to cook your food, you get the results. I think a teacher mindset that we have is absolute scarcity. And I think that we've been indoctrinated that teachers don't make enough, and we are fine with it. And because we don't make enough, we live in this scarcity mindset that we don't have enough, and we can't afford that stuff. And I can tell you that you can't afford to waste any more time. You can't afford to waste any more of your precious family time. You can't afford to waste any more of your brain cells wandering around in the wilderness. Find your who and Whoville. One way that you can get started is in our community, in our free Facebook group. We have over 800 teachers and parents. You can also get started by investing in a coach, investing in the materials that you need. But you have to do some type of time, energy, and financial investment into this. I would be lying to you if I said that you can just do everything for free. That's not right. That's not real. And I'm telling you, it doesn't have to cost an arm or a leg, but it does cost you something. And I promise you, you will get a return on your investment. Find a who, find the people who would cheer you on. Find the people who will say, I think you're onto something. Find the people who will say, go for it. Do not go to the people who will discourage you. Do not go to the people who are going to go, well, did you check this out? What about your 401k in the next 30 days? No. Trust me when I tell you that there are going to be times where you're going to have to cut some things off for a minute and you just go right back to it. Sometimes that's people. So my friend, I'm being honest with you when I say you've got to find your who's down in Whoville. Make a list of them and thank them. Thank them for being on this journey with you. So number 2 is find your who. who can encourage you and who can motivate you, who can inspire you, and who can help you take the next step. Parents and teachers, it is now time to announce our big Black Friday special that will be released the day after Thanksgiving 2023. Like you, I struggled to put all of the pieces together when I knew it was time to step away from my teaching career and start a new path of freedom, joy, and prosperity. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to plan. I didn't know what to prioritize or how to make the dream come alive. As a matter of fact, a lot of times I was tangled in so much fear, pressure, overwhelm, doubt, insecurity, and just feeling stuck. I knew I wanted to make a change in education and in my professional and personal life, but I didn't have a roadmap. I needed a starting point. I knew I had to get professional guidance and the tangible tools to create our Microschool and homeschool hybrid program. Once I stepped away from 15 years in public school teaching and instructional coaching, I invested my time and energy into creating a dream school with the help of several mentors, family members, and all of the documents and tools needed to start and grow this business. After 4 years of growing a Microschool, expanding it into a homeschool hybrid, and teaching hundreds of people like you to do the same, I'm here to make your dream a reality in less time, less overwhelm, less financial insecurity, while making sure that you are mentally, physically, and financially prepared to enroll your desired amount of students. Get ready for the ultimate Microschool and homeschool hybrid startup package, where we have put the best of both worlds together. You will be able to purchase our top-rated business bundle and receive free business coaching from me as a Microschool and homeschool hybrid creator and owner for the past 4 years. I know that you are passionate and dedicated to not only starting your business, but helping it to be successful. If you've dreamed of starting a Microschool, your own school, a homeschool hybrid, but you don't know where to begin, if you are trying to launch a successful school, or you need to grow what you already have, but you need the guidance, the marketing materials, and experienced mentor by your side, the ultimate startup package is where you need to invest your time and money. If you've already started your Microschool or your homeschool hybrid, but you don't have the student enrollment that you were hoping for, if you're stressed to find the right families and the students for your dream school, if you wish you had a better marketing system and enrollment process, then you need to look no further for our comprehensive Microschool and homeschool hybrid startup package. It will equip you with all of the essential marketing documents and resources you need to launch, advertise, and enroll students successfully, as well as receive personalized business coaching to get you in action, closer to starting your dream school in less time and overwhelm. There's no more wondering where you begin. How do you get started? We're going to provide all of the business documents needed to get your Microschool and homeschool hybrid program started and advertise for student enrollment. There's no other place you will find these resources. After 2 years, the business bundle is still the only marketing and startup resource available to educational entrepreneurs, providing results to hundreds of parents and teachers alike. There's no more feeling alone and isolated in your dream, no more feeling stuck, no more feeling frustrated because you don't have a plan. You're going to receive, upon the purchase of your business bundle, a free coaching consultation with me. I will guide you through the process of starting and running your Microschool or homeschool hybrid, and it's a $200 valued service. We've combined a treasure trove of goodness for you. In the business bundle, you're going to receive the introductory packet, all of your promotional materials, your enrollment packet, the parent contract and handbook, your destination location letter, and all of the legal documents that you need to get started. This Black Friday special is going to give you a free 1-hour coaching session where we design all of the action steps that you need to get started. So you're going to have not only all of the documents, but you're going to receive consultation. You're going to receive action steps with goals and priorities that will last you for a lifetime. friends, you will be able to get started, which is part of the problem. You need to know how to get started, what to prioritize. This does not have to be a daunting task. This needs to be an inspirational, empowering journey. Don't do it alone, and don't do it without the proper tools. Start saving today. The doors open up on November 24th. When you purchase your business bundle, you're receiving free coaching that will help you get unstuck and put you on the path to success. So as you're waiting and saving for our big Black Friday release, head on over to teacherletyourlightshine.com/shop so you can take a look at the business bundle and just imagine being able to receive a $200 free value of coaching. I can't wait to sit across and Zoom with you and get you started with your dream school. Number 3, work on building your faith. Are you really working on building your faith? Are you really working on stepping out into a more courageous self? Because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take you training your brain. It's going to take you training your mindset. It's going to take you possibly listening to a couple YouTube videos about strength and encouragement and how to make big changes. Are you journaling? Are you writing out your fears and ways that you can overcome them? Are you documenting your journey? This has been very incredible for me. I don't think I'm really ready to go all the way back to 2020 when I started the school to look at it, because I'm like, wow, I'm probably a big mess. When I go back to those journals in 2020, I need to make sure that I am able to have some compassion for myself when I was feeling like, I don't know what to do. How am I going to make this work? On my hands and knees, my friends. I spent 2020, probably like most of you, just in a state of, yeah, it was great because we started the school. It was great that I was able to teach my kids in the midst of all the chaos in the world, but I was still scared. And when I look back at 2020 and starting the school, I can tell you that I envision one thing. I envision myself on my hands and knees, because that's where I was during that season of my life. Just trying to navigate all the changes in the world, trying to navigate having my kids at home with me now, leaving my career, teaching from home, doing it by myself, multi-ages. I'm glad I didn't give up, but I can certainly tell you I did not have a friend, a mentor, other than my family and some people who were kind of giving me some business advice. I was literally scrapping and putting the pieces together. I did end up within the next probably 6-7 months later, I hired a coach who helped me, not necessarily specifically with Microschools, but they did help me have a business mindset, learning different things that I had never been exposed to before or had even thought of before. I started the podcast, being able to share. I wanted to document this journey, so I started the podcast. I also was journaling, I was writing, and I was really needing to strengthen my faith. I needed to hear the word. I needed to pop in my earbuds in the morning when I was taking a shower, or not my earbuds, but the speakerphone on my phone. I had it laying out for the time that I was in the shower, and I needed to listen to YouTube videos. I needed to strengthen my faith. I needed to listen to faith-building sermons. I needed to listen to music that would uplift me. I needed to listen to people who, maybe not necessarily in the Microschool industry, but in other industries of their life, they stepped out. That's how we encourage our faith. So number 3, build up your faith. And my mentor just told me the other day, she said, listen, I encourage you and I challenge you to write down the scriptures against the spirit of fear and recite them. And I was like, obviously I know how to do that. Obviously I've done that before. Why am I not doing it in this season where I'm coming up against the spirit of fear? So I'm doing that, and I encourage you and challenge you to do the same. Build up your faith. Number 4 is to start planning. if you don't know where to start and you're like, I have no idea. Remember, if you just heard in the recent couple minutes ago, we're having our Black Friday sale where you're going to be able to receive the business bundle and get free coaching on top of that, which is huge. I've never given away free coaching, which is huge because you're going to get two of the most important things you need. You need the documents and you need the coaching. You need the mindset, you need the tools, you need the time and attention and the specific strategies that are going to work for you, where you are, which state you're in, what you're trying to build. You need a who. So you're going to grab the business bundle and receive free coaching alongside of it. So I'm so happy, and I hope that you will do this for yourself to save yourself time, energy, overwhelm, and be able to get the results that you need financially to make this actually happen. So start planning. Get your business bundle. Maybe you need to write down on your calendar, November 24th is the day that I get the business bundle. November 29th is the day that I start my coaching. Maybe it's going to be a specific day that you're going to get your LLC. It's a specific day that you're going to start working on your nonprofit. It's a specific day that you want to start having your introductory packet completed. Whatever it is, you definitely have to start planning something. And the plan's going to change. That's okay. Write it down in pencil. Get yourself a calendar, get yourself a planner, and start planning some things, start working backwards, which is a very important thing that I do with my Jumpstart or my deluxe coaching clients, is we work through creating a timeline and working backwards. And once you have a plan, you just feel so much more confident. From that plan, I'm going to encourage you to make a backup plan, okay? The backup plan is going to make your husband get excited about this as well, because you're going to make a backup plan for your income. What happens if I don't meet the mark? How are we going to handle this as a family? Are you going to pick up more time at your job? Am I going to do tutoring? Am I going to do some summer camps that will give me a couple $1,000s to give me some startup cost? Am I going to do a summer camp so that if I don't get the student enrollment, it will at least take me through a couple months of starting my school? Can I do an enrichment program? Can I start now by offering activities on the weekend? Can I plan camps for Thanksgiving break, winter break, spring break? What can I do to generate some income or make a backup plan? What am I going to do if I don't get the student enrollment that I need? How am I going to compensate for that? I know so many people that have set out on a mission. They got the student enrollment. They're doing great. They found ways to gain some income for some cushion room. I also know people who did not get the student enrollment that they had desired. And so I started coaching with them and recommended, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to offer. Let's change your offer. Let's add in some of these classes. Let's change the way that you've approached it from the very beginning. Let's add in a little spice. Let's change it to a situation that will allow you more time to get more students in. And let's see if this will give you the desired income. Maybe a family will sign up for 1 or 2 days. But we won't know unless we try. So we've got to come up with at least a list of activities as a backup plan that we will implement until we get the desired results. So I said, make a plan. But again, that plan is destined to change. That's why we make a backup plan. And a backup plan doesn't have to be dates and times, but it can at least be a list of activities that you can do in the event that your plan doesn't work out at the exact time and moment that you need it to. And it's liberating. It's empowering. It makes you feel confident. It makes you feel secure. So let's recap. Number 1, make a decision, make a D-Day. Number 2, find your who's. Number 3, work on building your faith. Number 4, start planning. Know where to start. Get the tools and the resources that you need. And number 5, make a backup plan. You can head over to teachersletyourlightshine.com/shop. You can look at our business bundle so you see what you're going to get on Black Friday. You can also go to our coaching page, teachersletyourlightshine.com/coaching, so you can see the different types of coaching that we offer. But when you purchase the business bundle on Black Friday, you are absolutely going to get a free 1-hour coaching session. So start saving now, start preparing for that, put that D-Day on your calendar. I can't wait to see you and help you get into action.
Hey, teacher friend. Thanks so much for listening to today's show. I pray it inspired you, touched you, or challenged you in some way, because we are making big shifts and using our teaching gifts for God's glory like never before. I'm so grateful for you. The number one way you can support this show is to leave a written review on Apple Podcasts and also share this with another teacher. Come join me in the Virtual Teachers Lounge, known as the Teacher Let Your Light Shine Facebook group. Until next time, keep shining your teacher light. The world needs you.